Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you some cards I picked up at the card show. Today is Leap Day, so the last day of February, and one of the card shows that rolls through kind of an area town every couple months. Visited again this afternoon, and so I took a little bit of a drive. It's about an hour and a half from where I live, and ran down and picked up some cards. And you can see here I've got quite some stacks. Some variety of cards, got a little grab bag there. I'm not sure if I can squeeze all this into one video. I don't like my videos to go too long, so if this gets a little bit over 10 minutes, I may just split it into a part 1 and part 2. But anyway, without further ado here, here's going to be the cards I picked up at this February-March card show. I was super impressed. I'd never been to this exact location. They put on a show at a different location, and to be honest, there weren't as many tables. Today there were a ton of tables set up and a lot of people there, and everyone there was so nice. Man, it's just really refreshing to go to an event like that and find a community of people that are so just so positive and willing to help out, and just a great experience. So anyway, the first table that I went to was a guy that I've purchased from before at a different show in a different town, and he's always been able to give me some good deals. He had a big stack of 2020 Series 1. Some of them, his inserts and higher end cards he had marked, and then he just had a bunch in a like one of those little 300, 400 count boxes. I don't know exactly how many you fit in there. Just random extra cards that were marked for $0.25 a piece. And so I started digging through there looking for some pretty good rookies and deals for $0.25. And so here's what I picked up for 25 cents a piece. They're already sleeved up, which is pretty nice. Dylan Cease, Senzel, I picked up a couple of him for $0.25. Mercado, Sean Murphy, who's got a chance to catch. Featured him in one of my videos. Nico Horner for $0.25. Yamamoto, Tony Gonsolin, who could make the rotation with the Dodgers coming out of training or spring training. Got a couple of Chris Paddock, 2 Vladdies for $0.25 each. I know it's the second year card, but still a Gold Cup Vladdy for $0.25. I thought was a good deal. Shane Bieber, I just really like Shane Bieber. Burst on the scene, had him on my fantasy team last year. A couple Pete Alonsos, the Gold Cup. This is the last card in Series 1, card number 350, in case you guys were curious. Mike Clevinger, who I'm a big fan of, but unfortunately he got hurt a couple weeks ago. Savale, so I got 3 Cleveland Indian starters. Seth Brown, just some other rookies. Bellinger, obviously the MVP. Zach Collins, I don't know as much about, but a rookie card, I don't think I had that one yet, so I picked it up. There's another Dylan Cease for $0.25. I think I picked up this second Dylan Cease because I was trying to round off my total to an exact dollar amount, so it wasn't like so many dollars and 75 cents. Kyle Lewis, watched him play a little spring training game the other day. Sam Hilliard. Gleyber Torres, Aquino for $0.25. Gavin Lux for $0.25. I thought that was a steal of a deal. And then he had this, Robin Yount, which I know Robin Yount isn't the most in-demand player, but to find a photo variation or short print for $0.25, I thought was a great deal. So I picked all these up out of his 2020 Series 1 Topps box for $0.25. And then he had another box devoted to just 2019 Topps Gallery. And look at this. I just rated that thing because it was pretty early in the show, and I don't think many people had looked through it yet. And for $0.25, these cards were all $0.25. And I really didn't purchase a lot of Topps Gallery this year. I only purchased like 1 or 2 packs, I think, at the most. And so look at all these nice rookies and stars I got for 25 cents each. And they were all in good shape, too. He kept these in really nice shape. Nate Lau, Austin Riley, who started out hot and then kind of faded a little bit last year. Juan Soto with the reflection in the glasses. I think it's just a cool photo. Laureano, picked up a couple Laureanos. You'll see there'll be multiples. A couple of these players show up more than one time. Brendan Rodgers. And I didn't even clean out all these rookies. He still had plenty more. Kopech. Jeff McNeil, who hit 330 something last year. Keston Hiura, rookie cards for $0.25. Look at that, 4 of those. Tatis for $0.25. I mean, come on. That's just an awesome. These cards would be so good to be autographed. I mean, they just, think of how nice an autograph would look on these cards, just the way they're designed. Paddock. I think there's 3 or 4 Paddock in here. 5 of Chris Paddock for $0.25 each. Acuna. I actually have this card. That's one of the big cards I pulled, but I just liked it. Vladdy for $0.25. Come on now, are you serious? In good shape. Will Smith, who should catch for the Dodgers this year, a couple of him for a quarter. Yastrzemski kind of came out of nowhere last year for the Giants. Carter Kieboom has a good shot to finally get a starting gig this year now that Rendon has moved on. Senzel, there's multiple Senzels in here as well. Luis Arias hit for what, 315, 320 last year. Biggio, Kyle Tucker, landscape cards here for a quarter each, 3 of him. Eloy for a quarter. It was just, I was like, wow, I'm going to pick up all these guys. There's another Arez, another Senzel, and it was just extras that he had and said, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of them for a quarter apiece. And so I jumped all over these. Look at this. Matt Chapman, who's just one of my favorite players, obviously not a rookie or anything like that, or even not just a regular base card, but for a quarter. Another Tatis, another Keston Hiura, another Paddock. I think that makes like 6 Chris Paddocks I have. And I think this ended up being 2 more Kyle Tuckers to end it off. I picked up 80 cards, so I think that's like $20 worth. When you combine this and this, it was $20 worth. 80 cards at a quarter a piece. And then I went through some of his other cards because he had some more higher end things as well. And I know this isn't the most high-end card out there, but the Vladdy Jr. Topps Chrome rookie. I was finally able to get that short print out of Series 2, but I haven't been able to get, and I didn't purchase a lot of Topps Chrome this year. Number 201, and so he had it marked $7.50, but since I took so many other cards off his hand, he'd marked it down to $5. So for a $25 price point, man, I was so excited with how my day started. I spent like probably almost an hour just at that guy's tables alone because he had so many good cards for 25 cents. Or even the Vladdy he gave me a good price on. So anyway, the next guy I went to, I picked up a few. These were all $1 a piece, and they were more modern. I don't say modern, more of cards of more prospects, I guess. They weren't Topps. They were more the Bowman and the Panini, and not your flagship Topps product or even Topps Gallery. Brendan McKay, first Bowman Chrome. I don't have this card. This is when he's hitting. I don't know if Tampa Bay's going to have him hit a lot. I know he came up last year and basically pitched. He's kind of a two-way pitcher out of Louisville, I believe. Gavin Lux, Bowman Sterling, Drew Waters, who's one of the top prospects, along with Christian Pache, 2 big-time outfield prospects for Atlanta. I don't know how much playing time they'll get this year because Atlanta's still pretty loaded, but at some point they may make their debut and force their way on a roster. I really like this card. I don't purchase a lot of hobby versions. I get a lot of retail, and so I don't know. I think this might be a hobby only. I could be wrong about that. Someone can correct me in the comments. But this purple shimmer refractor, Mackenzie Gore, the top pitching prospect according to MLB.com. Not numbered or anything, but $1 to get a colored parallel, I thought was a good deal. I don't know what the name of this parallel is either, but Nick Senzel and Michael Chavis. I'm not as familiar with Panini products. This is obviously from Optic from last year, but I thought that would be nice. You see here I picked up a few more of the younger guys. Alec Baum, #1 prospect for the Phillies. And then this guy who was also drafted by the Phillies, I believe, Bryson Stott. He just got drafted in the most recent draft. This is, I think, called the snakeskin parallel. So I just kind of liked the way that looked. I think he was taken 15th, 16th, somewhere in the teens, 14th maybe, in this most recent draft. So he'll be a guy to kind of stash and see what he does in a couple of years. Alex Kirilloff, I featured him in some of my videos before. I picked this one up because I was like at $14, and I think this just made it an even 15. Jared Kelenic, who is not with the Mets anymore, he got traded to Seattle. I think this is the cracked ice refractor out of Bowman's Best. He got traded to Seattle in the Robinson Cano trade and Edwin Diaz, and he is, along with the Rodriguez guy, one of the top prospects in Seattle's system. Both outfielders. He's actually in spring training right now. Kelenic doing pretty well for himself last time I checked. And then since I am in the Midwest, I picked up some Kansas City cards. Brady Singer and Jackson Kohler, who both pitched at Florida. They were both drafted by the Royals in the first round, I believe, in 2017. Both these guys are in spring training. They have a chance to make the rotation at some point this year. I didn't have this card, so to have college teammates and now professional teammates, I thought was pretty neat. And then some other first Bowman Chrome refractors. Kyle Isbell, here's 2 refractors for for the Royals. I think he's like their number 8 prospect. I'm not obviously knocking the door down to the major leagues or anything, but anytime you can get a Bowman Chrome refractor, first Bowman Chrome refractor, I jumped all over that. And then this Conforto purple parallel. This one is numbered. This one's out of 275 from, I think that says 2016. 2016 Topps Chrome. So I just kind of like the look of this card. I'm not a big Mets fan or anything. I do like Conforto. He's been very good, kind of underrated player for them for a while now. But to get all those cards for $1 each, except for one of them was marked for $2. I can't remember which one. Oh, this one, the Kellenic, was marked for $2. So that was about $15, and I was off to a pretty good start. So, you know what? I think I may pause this video and wrap it up here. I don't want it to stretch to about a 20-minute video. So I'll make this part 1. In part 2, you'll be able to see what I picked up from 1, 2, 3 other vendors, and then I'll open up the grab bag in the second part of this video. So I'll post this one and be looking out for part 2 to see what else I picked up at this Leap Day card show. Thanks for watching, and catch my next video for part 2 soon.